Hello, this is John Fredrickson, but you may know me as brainDED. Right behind me is kind of another part of the history, part of the story. The disenfranchised youth with nowhere to go, nothing to do, no community before social media and all that. Like, this is where we gathered, hang out at this parking lot, car to car, line up, passing bowls, passing drinks, doing our thing. Being a disenfranchised youth, raising hell, setting shit on fire, setting off fireworks, everything pretty much you can imagine. And then even before that era, like back behind me, Second Street Carnival. Even back here, we had a backyard wrestling match there behind me at one point. We thought we were all badass, like looking out for the cops. Make sure we got spotters looking out for cops here. Extreme. It's kind of cool to come back and look at it all. Just down the street behind me is Sound City. That was the first place we started recording, like I was talking about earlier. It was like a music record stereo store in the front, arcade in the back, and then around the counter, the sports cards, real dope stuff. But that's where it all started, rapping over insane clown posse songs, turned chicken hunting into preppy hunting. Just corny, terrible, wannabe juggalo rap stuff, wannabe ICP type stuff. And it's just slowly transformed, and 20 years later, here we are. Holy shit, 20 years almost. Wow. But yeah, there goes some police in the background. Who knows where they're going? I was probably going to steal somebody's weed and then smile in the parade like they're a fucking superhero. But let's not get too bitter. This is happy times. Uh-oh, here comes another one. Real quick. You people know who this is. My name, you might know me as John, brainDED, Freddy. What was your name, crunchy bastard?
I believe they called me the old dirty bastard. No, that wasn't me. That was was I the gunt? I think I was the gunt.
No,
what was
midlife crisis.
Oh, midlife crisis, dirty bastard.
Yes. And
midlife crisis, dirty bastard here. What was it? Midlife crisis, MLCDB.
Yo, this is brainDED. I'm training, breaking it down to the basics. I'm hitting it harder. My thinking is smarter. My spitting is much farther than the next man. I just want to tell you though, next Saturday, July 14th, I'll be performing at the food truck hub here in Old Town, 2 to 6 with the Minnesota Hip Hop Coalition. And then later on, I'll be with my friend Ocho and friends down at Midtown Tavern in Old Town, tearing it up after 9 p.m. Tony Flynn Project, headliner. Woo! I'm already drinking. I can't wait.
Ladies,
woo! I hope you can come. Goodbye. See you there. Maybe, hopefully. Are you bored? Looking for some fun today? Maybe go to Mankato, 2 to 6, Minnesota Hip Hop Coalition at the Food Hub, Old Town Mankato. And then after 9, it's the 21 plus at Midtown. So come on down. Woo! Come skip if you'd like. Have some fun. Jump on a bridge. Don't jump off a bridge, but jump on one because it's a lot of fun. But come down there today. Come see me. Let's have some fun. Yeah. It's better than being bored, right?
I'm just here. Step on this.
Here we are, live from undisclosed location. Dude, OC, he said he used to jump off this shit. I thought that was cool as fuck. He's got balls bigger than mine, and I got some pretty large balls. They're so huge. My balls are so large, it makes my dick look small.
Hey, leave the fuck out of here.
Speaking of people, hello, my name is John Fredrickson, but you may know me as brainDED. You may know me from my music or my pro wrestling interviews or as a promoter, but this is where I grew up right here, 2nd Street, Redwood Falls. I remember as a kid, with a single parent, dad raised us right across the street over here behind me. 417 East 2nd Street. He used to carry us across this very street each night. He'd work at the bakery and sleep all day and just kind of let us venture out with our friends across the street and next door. And just got to kind of pretend and do our thing and just get lost in our imaginations and create like movies. Like we pretend like we're the Ninja Turtles or come up with like a He-Man movie or whatever was hot at the moment, you know. I'm sure we were on. Remember having those big, those 80s plastic wrestling dolls and throwing them up in the trees up there and getting them stuck in the branches, and like that was like our game. We didn't have the internet, you know. We had throwing rubber wrestling figures up in there, but this is where it was at. 2nd Street, Redwood Falls. Not like it's all gangster 2nd Street or anything, but just a lot of history here. My grandparents lived across the street, helped raise me, and I just lost my grandfather. Made it all the way to 90, so it's not like, holy crap, he died, you know. But just one of my biggest influences. So, and it's been a hell of a year, a hell of a couple of years, you know. Went through a divorce, I got kids, was just that family dad guy. Stepped away from everything just to be dad and focus in on that. Not that I was really having huge success with rap or anything. You know, it's not like I walked away from $1 million contracts or anything, but I came back here by chance, rented out the house that I grew up in, which was real cool. A lot of memories. My grandpa got sick and was dying. We got to be there across the street. A lot more memories made, everything. So it was just a great time to come back and kind of go back to where it all started here in Redwood Falls, and everything's really come full circle now, like a year later with after his passing and everything, and just been really inspired on this path. Got back making music. Just the main thing that hit me was hearing his stories. You know, a 90-year-old man reminiscing, recalling when he was just 5 years old. You know, and recalling it like it was yesterday, and being like 85 years, just like yesterday. You know, soon enough, gonna be that old man gasping for air. You know, so gotta do something, man. Can't just lose my whole life, lose everything that meant anything to me, and just fucking die, you know, and go away and fucking collapse and be a piece of shit. Fuck that. Like, this is what it's all about. That's why I'm so serious about all this, everything I'm doing right now, putting these shows together, putting music together, doing the pro wrestling journalism, doing everything, like just chasing those dreams, just being who I wanted to be when I was 15 years old. It's like it's still back there, it's still rooted here, you know. The same time where we started backyard wrestling, the same down the street from where I had my first job, making $2 an hour, and this stereo place in the front, an arcade place in the back, and sold sports cards behind the desk. But nobody would ever come in there. From 6 to 9 I worked, and hardly anybody would ever come in there. And there we were. We had all this stereo equipment, access to put our CD instrumentals in there. You could buy the CD singles back in the day with the instrumental versions, you know, before the internet and all the instrumentals got out there. That's how we get them, you know. And we just had microphones to hook up to these big boom boxes, and you play and just press record on the tape and just go. Have some fun. We rewrote some ICP songs, and that's kind of how we started off. It was just corny, terrible, a lot of bad songs, but it was fun, and we had personality because we didn't take ourselves too seriously. And like today, I mean, it still echoes with the music that I make today. And thank you for going on that journey. It got real personal, got real deep there for a moment, but I wanted to take that journey with you and show you guys that part of my story. So thank you. All right, we are back with the Unprofessionals. When can we expect Unprofessionals Volume 2. People have been promising that. I think we've been promising that on our Facebook for like 8 years.
Well, let's just see. How about next week? Next week sounds like a good idea to drop it. I don't fucking know. I have no fucking clue.
Oh.
All right, come on, man.
All right. Sorry.
You're interviewing me.
This is still my rookie year. It's not even. This is like my 3rd year now doing interviews.
Gonna keep it short and simple.
When you and myself got into music, what was the first memory of us making music?
Oh, shit.
Trying to make music. We didn't make music. We were just shit rappers. But what was our first rap that you remember?
Oh man, it's got to go back, man. I was Mr. Pop Music, but I see motherfucking P. I see motherfucking P. First motherfucking memories. Preppy Hunters.
Who's going preppy hunting?
We's going preppy hunting.
Who's going preppy hunting?
We's going preppy.
Who's going preppy?
Who's going preppy hunting?
Beat as fuck. The origins, and let's give us some sound bites of origins, just keywords that you remember from that time. Like, say I've got Orange Pop and Phillips Vodka today, so I'd be like, Orange Pop, Phillips Vodka. Like you're rhyming, but just rattle off some words that remind you of those times.
Chris Thiel, positivity, made me the heel. Came and stole some of the greatest talent from the locals. Turned out to be two Vato Locos. Straight up. Chris Thiel, Sound City, Insane Clown Posse, DCC, don't fucking matter, and Dallas Goldtooth to boot.
Yeah.
Dallas fucking Goldtooth. You'll have no idea. He may be this international dude, but this guy used to just... Where do you think he gets his funniness from?
A lot of talent came from that time period here in this weird valley of redwood trees. Yo, this is brainDED. Next Saturday, July 14th. I got 2 shows coming up. Mankato. First one from 2 to 6 at the food truck hub downtown Mankato and Old Town. Check it out. We'll be there with the Minnesota Hip Hop Coalition from 2 to 6. And then later on in the evening, we'll be down at Midtown. I'll be there as part of Ocho and Friends, kicking a small set for you. Got some special songs planned, some special guests as well. And then that'll be headlined by the Tony Flynn Project. And that's at Midtown next Saturday from 9 until the party.
Fucked her in the ass and out came the maggots.
It's so wrong, like...
But that was the time. It was fucking...
The late 90s.
Yeah.
And still, like...
Oh, I mean,
look,
like, still...
people can talk shit about modern rap, and I'm a modern rapper, and I don't take any offense to any of that because I understand. So, like, fuck off. Like, cuss words are just words. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Like...
Seriously,
we're not
man.
trying to shock anybody.
First,
we're not
man,
doing it for shock value or none of that shit. It's just speaking like real people speak. Like,
well, shit, dude. What else you supposed to do when you're fucking teenage angst going into your fucking early 20s?